I think I kind of got what you just said early in life. So it was like having to deal with the aspect of being this awareness, like the ever expanding awareness. And then just this aspect of creation called Fred. Okay, well, an issue that I've had, maybe a problem that I've had is how to do that and still try to include family that maybe won't receive that mentality from Fred. So it's like the more I try and rise and go higher, again, even being a child, that kind of alienated people from me because they could see that in me. What do you say about how one would deal with that?
It's a great question. And if I could speak in, sort of metaphorical terms, then I'll give you the straight up. How does the sun continue to shine if there are clouds in the way? The earth has no choice but to be influenced by the sun, regardless of if the sun's light is hitting it or not. If it, obviously, as you know, half the earth is covered in darkness because of the way that the earth tilts and all this. But nevertheless, the earth, the entire planet, is still in orbit around the sun. It's still in that sun's orbit. We cannot hide from the light, just as people cannot hide from yours. What I'm saying is that simply by being your highest self, you're doing all the work that's required. There's no extra thing that folks need. The people who are in your orbit, the people who are in your environment, they're going to be influenced by you no matter what. By your silence or by your words, it makes no difference. Oftentimes the silence is even more powerful than the words. And so you don't have to go out and force. Spiritual responsibility doesn't mean, oh man, I got to force this person to believe what I believe, or I got to force. The very fact that that person is in your orbit, that means that they're already being influenced by you. In communication, we say that you can't not communicate. Like, you have to communicate, even if it's silence, even if it's a downward glance. In other words, influence is always. The question is, are you influencing from your highest self, or are you influencing from something else? You just be you. But the highest version of you, will lead them toward the highest version of themselves. We're not here to interrupt people's process, right? God has a plan for every single person, as we would say in the church. We're not here to interrupt people's process. We're here to be tools and assist where necessary. And so there's nothing more for you to do than to be your highest self. When they're ready, they'll come asking, hey man, Fred, how do you stay so peaceful when everybody else is going crazy, man? Hey Fred, man, how is it that man, he was able to say all those nasty things to you, but you still found a way to get everything you wanted, and that dude came over and apologized to you on his own terms. How'd you get him to do that? Like, people will, when they're ready, they will come and seek you out, but they're only going to come and seek out the person that they believe has an answer that they need. And so by embodying your highest self, you are that answer. You become that for them. Without having to say another word, you would still communicate that value. You would still communicate that love to people. Hey, it's Dr. Shawn Smith. And if that message resonated with you, then be sure to watch this video. I know it will serve you.